last night I was sitting outside alone around midnight, and I was just reflecting on different relationships, past relationships, things in my past, just a lot of different things. Just reflecting, letting things come up. I was also smoking a little bit, because that's one of the things I really enjoy doing on a summer night. Marijuana could be used as a tool if used with intention. For me, it is easy for me to feel what needs to be released while I'm using it, and I also get like insights and deeper thoughts while I'm on it. And in the past, when my nervous system was more dysregulated, or was dysregulated, it used to get me very ungrounded. But I like to use it in a more reflective way. So it was like at its peak, and fear started to come up. And I think it was because I was outside in the dark, and I started to hear things, in the woods and stuff like that. So instead of feeding into it and letting your thoughts race and things like that, I just decided okay, I have this low hum of fear underneath the stillness. And really it was just a fear of the unknown. So I decided just to go with it and just set an intention right there in that moment, just to release the fear of the unknown. I'm okay, this is the fear of the unknown. We're just going to release that, because I knew that something related to that tied into my intuition, or even otherworldly things, actually. So when you release beliefs, you're able to clear the metaphorical lens or filter of how you see reality. So you can't be shown certain things if you have certain fears. So I decided to release this fear of the unknown, and things shifted after that. And then all of a sudden I heard a rustling on this tree to the left of me. And then these two birds just flew by. And I didn't know what kind of birds they were at first. And then I heard one make a sound. And the sound was definitely a raven. It was just very interesting in general, because we have a lot of birds where we live. Constantly see blue jays, crows, grackles, starlings, but I've never really seen or heard a raven where I live. Sometimes when I see something and it's kind of a little bit more random, something that tell me to pay attention, I look into it a little bit more. And apparently, in Norse mythology, Odin had two ravens that symbolize thought and memory. So that's literally what I was doing that last night. I was reflecting on memories, who I was, what made me feel alive before I forgot. So yeah, it was just interesting timing of that. I like when those things show up.